Hello, Just Too Good here, back with another review, and today I'm reviewing set number 79116. It's called the Big Rig Snow Getaway. It has 743 pieces, 6 minifigures, and it retails for $70 in the United States. Now, this is, of course, a LEGO Ninja Turtles movie set, and this is actually just showing up in stores. It's planned for a release on July 6, 2014, but I got one from a LEGO store. And now let's take a look at the packaging. So here is the box for the set. Very cool box. I love the design for these boxes in general for the Ninja Turtles movie sets with this green color right here and that cool little corner thing. And you can see there's some snow throughout, which kind of illustrates the kind of setting of this set. And on the back, it shows all the little play features in this set, like with most other sets, which is very cool. And you do get 3 instruction booklets. There's this one, which is not very lengthy. It's kind of in the middle, I guess you could say. There's this one right here. Then this one, which is probably the longest out of them all. And there's not any really cool advertisements that aren't found on any other sets. There's this one, which advertises the movie sets and the regular Ninja Turtle sets from this year. And you can see it advertises more of the sets and a little parts list right there. Then this one, it just has a little minifigure checklist. And they didn't remove the Wind Kid on this whole theme, which is kind of interesting to note. Before I start this minifigure close-up, I have to say all 6 minifigures are exclusive to this set in terms of their printing. Now, 2 of the characters are exclusive to this set if you want to get the versions for the Ninja Turtles movie line, and that's April and Karai respectively. And 4 of the other minifigures are found in other sets, but I'll be doing a comparison of them compared to the other versions in this line after the minifigure close-up, as well as doing a comparison of all the minifigures compared to their cartoon versions, which will be after that close-up. So this will be a very exciting minifigure close-up for this set alone. First minifigure of this set is Leonardo, and this version is of course from the movie universe, so it looks a lot different from the cartoon universe that we're expected from getting from LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in general. And we'll see a comparison of the 2 later on, where I'll also compare the other version of this minifigure, which is found in the Lair set, which I also have. And you can see on the back right here, he has this nice little sword holder, which if you take out the swords, it's actually really cool because it's a new piece exclusive to this theme. Because it's basically that sword holder that attaches to the neck, but instead of having the neck attachment, it has that little peg at the end. So you could put it in any of the Ninja Turtles movie sets, his little turtle shell stud right there, and you just kind of pop it in like that because it's a receiving stud. So that is very nice. And you could just observe the nice leg and torso printing, not exclusive to the set, but exclusive to the character of the movie Leonardo. And also his face is just kind of this kind of confident smile right there. And this is actually exclusive to the set because the other version of him has kind of a more angry smirk. So that's nice to get some exclusive printing on his face right there for the set alone. And of course, his shell attaches to his neck right there, and you can take it off easily like that. And here is the movie version of Raphael in this set. It's the same as the one that appears in the Turtle Van Takedown set, which is another set from this LEGO Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie line, except he has a different facial expression where he has more of an angry face showing his teeth right here. And you can see the detailing on his torso and legs are the same as the one from the Turtle Van Takedown. He also has the size, I believe they're pronounced, right there. And on the back, he has the same turtle shell too. And also, I forgot to point this out in the other review, but you can see it says Mikey was here right there, which is a great touch on the little strap of this turtle shell right there. So that's it. And his physics work the same as Leonardo, where you can take off his head to remove his turtle shell, which comes off like that. So now on to the next minifigure. And here is Megan Fox's character in the movie, which is April O'Neil. Very different from the cartoon April O'Neil we got in 2012, which you'll see a comparison of, along with all the other cartoon iterations of the minifigures in this set later on in this video. But she does have a very nice torso print right there, which is for her little jacket, and it's in the Wolverine orange color. Wish it was a lot less feminine, because this would go good also with some male minifigures, but that's alright. It's a very good printing. Also, she comes with this little printed phone right there, which isn't exclusive to the set and is also found in the Mutation Chamber Unleashed set. and the Turtle Van Takedown set from this line of Lego Ninja Turtle sets in general. And you can see on the back, she does have some nice printing right there. And she does have two sides of her face where she has kind of an anguished face right there, and kind of a smiling, smirky face right here. And of course, her hairpiece isn't a new mold, but it is a new color for that hairpiece where it's in that cherry red hair color. And alas, I do not like the cheekbones on the minifigure right there, but I guess I could live with it. Minifigure up is Kurai, and she has a really kind of cool hairpiece right here. I think that's my favorite part of her, where she has basically the bowl cut hairpiece, which this isn't a new mold, but this is a new casting where it has this nice little, it looks like either casted or printed red coloring right there at the edges of her hair, which is just great looking and a very cool detail because it's very kind of intricate. Also, her torso is really nice where she has a scarf around her and that kind of female hip right there, which looks not too bad. She also comes with this katana right there, which I can never pronounce right, and her back torso printing right there is pretty cool too. And her face print, she has kind of a droopy face on the front where she's not really pleased. And then she has an even more angry face on the back. But very cool printing. I think I like it better than April O'Neil's printing because I think the cheekbones work a little bit better on this minifigure than April's. And here are the foot soldiers in this set. You get one right here, which has this little katana, but they're both identical because the other one is only different in the fact that it has this little gun right here. But looking at the foot soldier printing, they have kind of a cool, it looks like a leather jacket, but more of a military style one, and some knee pads on the bottom. And then a cool facial printing exclusive to this set and different from the other foot soldiers from the Ninja Turtles movie line. So that's really nice to get some exclusive characters or exclusive versions of characters in this set. I promise, here are the minifigure comparisons. Now we're going to be first comparing the Leonardo found in this set, which is the one right here, compared to the one found in the Turtle Lair Invasion set, which is the one right here. Now they are basically identical, except the one right here kind of just has a regular smile without showing any teeth, and while this one right here kind of has an angry smile showing teeth. But you can see on the front and on the back they're the same. And one thing I forgot to point out in the close-up is that he has a very, very cool printing on his turtle shell right here, which you can see by removing a little sword holder, which is really, really nice, and that's found identically on both of the minifigures. In our minifigure comparison is the Raphael found in this set, which is the one right here, and the Raphael found in the Turtle Van Takedown set, which is a $40 set, which is the one right here. Now, both are identical, except the one right here has that kind of angry smirk found right there, and the one right here kind of has a more confident little smile. But you can see on the front and the back, they are very identical. We're going to be comparing the Leonardo found in this set right here to the one found in the cartoon sets. Now, you can see right off the bat that the one found in this set, and basically the movie universe in general, has much more detailed printing than the one found in the cartoon sets. That's alright, because the one found in the movie sets is supposed to look a little bit more detailed, because it's found in a real kind of a setting. This one right here is found in a CGI animated setting, and that's kind of what the cartoon show is all about. You know, it's in CGI. So that's alright. And they both kind of portray their styles really, really well. But you can see the molding on their headpieces are very different. This one right here is much more slimmer and has these little holes on the side where you could clip on a certain accessory. And then this one right here is much more bulkier and doesn't have those holes on the side. Same goes for their turtle shells. The ones found in the movie sets have this turtle shell right here, which has a stud on the back. And the ones found in the cartoon sets have kind of this regular turtle shell with no stud on the back. So yeah, that's really it for the comparison on these two minifigures. Now let's get to the next minifigure. Comparing the movie version of Raphael to the one found in the cartoon versions, you can see that this one is much more detailed than this one. That's the same thing I pointed out with Leonardo, and basically everything's the same that went with that because they both have different head molds, and then they both have different turtle molds. One is kind of oblong on the top right here compared to the one found on the cartoon sets. Then one is much more bulkier, which is the cartoon one, compared to the one found in the movie sets. Now this one has darker skin compared to this one, which has lighter skin. Now, comparing April O'Neil from the movie sets to the one found in the cartoon sets, you can see they are very different in terms of their torso, legs, face, and hair molds right here. Totally different. So they are very, very different. But in the end, they both are females, and they both have the kind of yellowish shirts, and blue pants. So I guess they're similar in that aspect. But now on to the next minifigure comparison. Comparing the movie Karai right here to the cartoon Karai, you can see they are also very different, just like April O'Neil and the Turtles. The movie Karai right here has different torso and leg printing. Well, this one actually has no printing, and this one does have printing. And also they have totally different hair pieces. This one uses the already established bowl cut hair piece from 2008, while this one uses a completely new hair piece. This one's full black with some kind of beige on the back, while this one is full black with some kind of red on the front. So they are very different, and they both have different facial prints too. On the back, you can see they're very different, and some different back torso printing. But it's very cool to get a more detailed version and interpretation of Karai from the cartoon sets. As comparing the foot soldier found in this set to the one found in the cartoon sets, you can see this one doesn't even have a concealed face with no concealed face mask or anything like that. Totally different torso and legs. This one's more of a military design right here, while this one's more of a cartoony look, more like a samurai or actual foot soldier from, Asian history. And on the back, you can see they are very different too. So now onto the set itself. Alright, so here's the first part of the build. It's this black SUV, and it's actually pretty cool. It's probably my favorite of the two builds, but it is the smallest of the two builds. Now we do get quite a few SUVs in the LEGO City line. For example, we got one earlier this year in a black color, but I think I like this one a little bit better because it's much more realistic and I guess a little bit more detailed. Now you can see the side right here has a sticker. There's a sticker on the front that says BD16353. A sticker on the back that says BD16353 again. And there's this cool play feature where you could lift up this roof right here. And if you lift it up, because all you have to do is push, you could bring this part out, which is connected by some Technic pieces, and it's its own little missile launcher. And of course, these are flick and fire missiles, so all you have to do is push, and your missiles could launch quite far. And also, there's this little sticker right here that's more of like a little radar dish, and I think that came out quite well. And you just kind of put that in the middle of this little missile mechanism. But if you want to remove the missile mechanism, you could easily remove it and then put some stuff in the background. So it's not really necessary for the build of this vehicle, but it's a nice little play feature for the kiddies. And if you go on the front of this kind of vehicle and you lift up the roof, you can see there's this little brick-built seat, which I actually think came out quite well. And I really do like how they didn't use a regular Lego seat, which we get a lot of, but instead a brick-built seat. So there's also this little steering wheel right there, and of course you could fit one minifigure in there. We'll just put a little foot soldier. And he fits quite well on the seat. I didn't really kind of lock him in, but he would be just kind of stuck on there, but I didn't want to push too much on it. And then, of course, there's these two little flick and fire missiles on the front, too. And just one last look at the bottom of the vehicle. Then at the top of the vehicle, of course, you could open and close it any way you want. One last look at the back. And all around, a really kind of cool vehicle. So here's the main part of the set. It's this kind of snow rig, and there's this part back here, which is kind of the trailer, and there's this part, which is kind of the truck part. Now, the way you separate this is all you have to do is pull up the trailer, and there you go. It separates very easily because the only part holding them together is this little hole and then this little peg right here. So all you have to do is put the peg in the hole, and there you go. That is how a baby is made. And so first up, we'll take a look at this front part. And it's kind of the truck. And now it's not too interesting of a design, but I do applaud LEGO for putting some darker colors on here. Because usually with vehicles like this, you see a lot of lighter colors. Like in the LEGO City Police line, there's a lot of these mobile command centers like this. But they're usually white colors. This one is just kind of gray and some red colors. So that's really cool. And the front part right here has nothing too special except a little sticker right there. Then the side. And the back, of course, that's where all the magic happens and how you connect them. And then to go inside the front of here, all you have to do is remove that top part, which removes very, very easily because it's only connected by these 4 studs. And you can see there's not really any seats, which is very disappointing, but there is a little steering wheel. So I guess some is salvage because it's not entirely awful. And then you just pop the top part on like that, and it's all together again. So that's quite cool. I do like some of the designs right here with these little, it looks like stepping parts, where they just kind of use these corner pieces. I haven't seen much vehicles use that design. So that's it for the front part. But now we're going on to the back trailer. And this is the trailer part, and it's actually pretty cool because it stands up by having this little part, which is connected on a hinge, and all you have to do is flap that up. Then there you go. It stands right in place. It's very stable, so I do like that. Because the problem with a lot of these kind of trailer combinations with a lot of other Lego sets is that the back part really doesn't stand up on its own. But this stands up just perfectly. And to open this, all you have to do is kind of pull on these little hinges right here. And there you go. You got the inside of the vehicle. Now, to get a better look of it, all you have to do is lift up this part or push up this top part. And there you go. There's all these little gizmos and gadgets inside. You got this little kind of sticker part right here, which shows the mutation of a turtle. Kind of funny part because it's funny because they show the mutation of the turtle and they have the little ninja kind of bandana on them already. So it's like when they get mutated, they all like automatically grow that, which I found really funny. You also get this little kind of vial piece right here, or beaker piece, and that isn't exclusive to this set in that color, but it's nice to get that set or that piece in this set because that piece doesn't come in too many other sets. Also on the side right here, there's this little crystal, and there's a nice magnifying glass piece, which I always love getting. And you could easily remove that part just by pushing it off because it's only connected by that little jumper piece in the middle right there. So that is pretty cool that you could remove it easily. And that little build is very simple. It's just these little handles right here with a little gem in the middle. So nothing too special, but kind of a cute little build just to add to the inside of this vehicle. And right here, you could even take off this part easily just by pushing it off because it's only connected by two little jumper parts. So that's kind of interesting, but inside here, there's only really a gun and a syringe piece because you do get lots of syringe pieces in this set, which is quite a nice piece to get. So if you want to put it back, you just kind of pop it in on the two little jumper studs that I showed right there. And on the side, there are these little kind of, I guess they're mutation maybe containers or whatnot, probably holding the mutagen. And it has that S logo once again, which I want to know what that plays into as a role in the movie. And you get kind of 6 of these in the set, or I think it's 5 of these, because you get 2 right here and then 3 that go on this play feature on the top, which we'll get to later. But those 2 are just kind of held on to by these 2 jumper pieces. Nothing too special there. So if you close up this part, and actually I want to show the side right here. You can see the side holds a gun. Then this side there's even more clips. So there's 5 clips all together so you can put stuff on. But once you close that up, you can see that there's that little S logo once again as a sticker. And on the back of the vehicle, which I'll get off of this awful close-up, you can see there's this little space right here, and you may be wondering what that space plays a part in this little vehicle. Well, the cool part is this little play feature, but honestly, it doesn't really work all the time, which is kind of disappointing. All you have to do is push this part right here, and the mutagen seems to fall down. So there you go. It's working actually quite well right now, but when you stuff them all in where you're supposed to stuff them into, which is this top part right here, all you do is push them like that, and you pull this. It doesn't always work, so let's try it one more time because what you have to do is push that. You see, it's not working too well. So you kind of have to position one so that it goes on the end right here, then push it up like that, and yeah, it doesn't always work, so that's kind of disappointing to me. But if you get past that, there's actually some other cool details on the back right here, like this little sticker that says MF87820. I wonder what that stands for. And on the side right here, there's also another one of those stickers that show the S logo on a little panel piece, just like the other adjacent side or opposite side. Then one look at the top, you can see that's where you pull off the top roof. And you can see the inside all compact in there. And that's where you put in the little S mutagens. And so that's really it for this set in terms of the build. You just want to pop them back together. And there you go. You got this whole little snow rig. Fits in just fine. Lots of nice little play features. And now on to the final verdict. Okay, so what do I think of this set? Well, I actually am very surprised at how well this set came out. When I first saw it, I wasn't really a fan of it. But now that I have it all built, it's actually really well done. I know I say this a lot with sets, but This set actually fits that description. First off, the best part about this set is probably the 6 exclusive minifigures. Because just 6 exclusive minifigures is just crazy, even though 2 are the same minifigure. But you do get some really nice printing on the minifigures with their kind of designs. I know the actual Ninja Turtles look really weird. They are very, very detailed, so I have to respect that, and I really like how detailed they are. And some really cool pieces are April's torso, even though I wish it was a little bit more gender neutral. Also, her hair piece is really cool in that red coloring, which is exclusive to this set. Also, Karai's kind of hair piece right here and her torso. And of course, that hair piece has some exclusive printing with the red right there. So that's really well done. And getting past the minifigures, the 2 vehicles are really cool too, because the SUV is cool because it has this nice little back cabinet. I do like that about the actual SUV itself, because you could probably remove the missile launcher and maybe put your own stuff inside there if you don't like that kind of, I guess, violent design of it. But the actual design is very different than what you'd see from a normal Lego vehicle, because you don't see much vehicles with kind of this more realistic tone to it. The same goes with this little kind of a rig right here, even though it does have its problems. For example, the play feature on the back does not work really well, and I don't like how it's really kind of, I guess it's sometimes it feels a little bit too bland, but that's not too much of a problem. The inside has some really nice kind of play features with the little laboratory setup, because I do really like how that came out. And that's going to be fun for kids of younger ages, but also for kids of older ages, it's also going to be fun to play with, because to be honest, I'm not really a kid anymore, but I love playing with the inside of here because I think it actually came out pretty cool. And it's kind of an alternative to those police, I guess police mobile command centers, because it's much like that, but this has a more realistic and more darker tone to it. And just the design of it, like I said, I really like how it came out, especially this front part too, except it doesn't come with any chair right there, which is kind of disappointing. But it works really well, it's very stable, and the kind of attachment feature works very well too. So overall, I give the set a B+. I think the main flaws come in this little rig on the back right here, but the price per piece ratio is really well done, the minifigures are really well done, some are exclusive, and the SUV is pretty cool too. I'm about to say, the winner of the Instagram contest is Brixmania. He was the first one to guess that the 2 sets I ordered was the Turtle Lair set and this set. So go check out Brixmania on Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.